Lectures at night, briefs during the day. You attended Catholic schools. How can Catholic schools provide a safe place for gay teens? What do you wish they would have provided for you? We need to make a real distinction between Catholic people, Catholic institutions, Catholic Church, Catholic hierarchy, the dope in Rome. Pardon me, Pope in Rome. You know, it's easy for me as a Catholic to slip into Catholic bashing, and I feel justified. What Catholic churches can do for the gay kids in the room is communicate to them quite clearly that they reject the hatred and intolerance that comes rolling down from the bishops, archbishops, and pope, and what's being told to these queer kids by their church. I tell a story about when I came out to my mother, and she freaked out, and you know, she had friends, Episcopalians, who my grandmother used to say are Catholics who go to hell. Because they look and sound just like Catholics, even during Mass, but no Pope. Oh yeah. So my mom freaked out and she called Father Tom, whose last name I never use because he's still a priest and still practicing, still ministering. And she called Father Tom, and he came running to our house, and Judy was having a crisis. And my mom said to Father Tom that I had come out to her, that I told her I was gay, and she didn't know what to do, and did I need help or therapy? What should she do? What would the church say? And Father Tom put his hand on my mother's knee and looked her in the eye and said, "Judy, I'm gay, and this is better for Danny." And he knew that I had been a seminarian and had thought about living the life that he had, going the way he had chosen to go. And he had, you know, avoided his sexuality and had a drinking problem all his life because he was really drowning in the closet. And for him to do that at that moment, for me, for my mother, really demonstrates the distinction between the directives from the Catholic Politburo at the top and what a lot of Catholic priests who are good and decent people are doing out in the field and in the trenches. So it's easy for me to bash the Catholic priest because I get mad at what the institution is doing. But that, you know, there's another story, another priest who does something very similar. But I won't go into it. So that's what you can do. And that said, you know, we've had problems with Catholic schools throwing out kids who have gay parents. Not because the kids are gay, because their parents are gay. When when we were going to have my son baptized, the Catholic Church, where everyone in my family for 4 generations has been baptized, TJ was the 5th, refused to baptize him. You should have seen the look on that priest's face when my mother turned up in the rectory. Right in front of the Judy-shaped hole in the wall. Dan, I have a blowjob question. I'm a straight female. My boyfriend likes a lot of suction during a blowjob. I haven't been with anyone else who has shared this particular preference, and I find it difficult to maintain a constant level of suction, which is what he loves. Give me some tips. I would urge you to get a penis pump and set it and forget it. Go do something else. Provide what level of suction you can provide, and that's a skill, you know, it's a skill, and you'll get the hang of it, but penis pump. Do you find Bill Maher hot? It's a trick question. Bill Maher's a good-looking dude. He's actually better looking in person than he is on TV. Unfortunately, I only have ever seen Bill Maher on Friday night right before his show when he's so incredibly tense. Because there's all these people who've written jokes for him and stuffed them in his mouth and stuffed them in his monologue, that if they fall flat, he's the one who gets a knife stuck in him. So he's just really tense before the show and stoned out of his mind after. So I don't really feel I ever met. I don't think I really met Bill Maher.